See these hurricane shutters? I always keep them partly installed. I always keep the middle one out so you can see out the window on most of the windows. And what I do also is, you see these are wing nuts, and I can tell you how you can get those off real easy. Yeah, even though these aren't on there really hard, but they're more than hand tight. You can take your the long needle nose vice grips and just go like this, and you got leverage. So they're not on there extremely tight, but this is more than adequate. That it gives you quite a bit of protection from wind, and you can still see out. You still got your lights and all this kind of garbage. And these did not come with them, the stainless steel wing nuts. But that's one thing you really want to have, because all this stuff will rust on you really quick. This is stainless steel. These studs, this is aluminum. This is aluminum. I forgot what gauge it is, but it's very strong. It ain't going nowhere, man. So I actually keep these up, because you never know when there's a you never know when there's going to be a tornado or something, or some storm comes up on you real suddenly. And it's just something that you really can't bother with on the last minute a lot of times. That's one of the problems. So the best way is to keep them up partially, and you still get about the same amount of light inside anyway. So, and you can see I have the rest of my things right here in the shed, and those are the ones that go for the middle. So, but what I also have on two of the windows is other protection, and you probably saw those on other videos where I installed them, partly because the cats Mr. Putin the cat figured out how to smash through the screen. But then I start figuring, well, I don't need to even bother putting up a hurricane shutter on there, because one of the biggest problems why a window could break is from something flying in the air, from the wind picking something up. That's how the window breaks, not just from the wind forces itself. And actually I made this for the cat, because the cat was able to, he figured out how to push his way through here. But then I started figuring, well, I don't need to ever put a hurricane shutter up here, because this can't, something can't come through and smash the window too easily. Now it could break the window here, but then I have something inside, I don't know. But this is all under a carport, so you could still do something like this. But this is a little bit too thick, in my opinion. It's just something I had left over. But the way I made this is I have it where I could still pull out this screen and get behind here. I can wash the screen, and I can also use a narrow squeegee to get behind here and clean the window. So, but bugs get on here pretty quick, because this is Florida. But the cat, now I can leave the window open. It's protection from hurricanes too, but I can also leave the window open with just a screen, and I don't have to worry about him knocking through here. And he's still got these things he can look through, and also that's better for me to look through too, Now, and of course, in this window, I never like putting the hurricane shutters up on here, even though I have everything installed for them. And they can go up there pretty quick. But again, the cat, I put this here because the cat was knocking out the screen. So I put this, and this is actually a nice lightweight wire. It's enough to protect the window from a flying object that was being hurled from a hurricane or something, or hopefully, God forbid, a tornado. But also I did was I painted it with this metallic paint and primer in one. Wood, metal, plastic, and masonry, Rust-Oleum. It's, I don't know. It was just kind of came in there different. Just so it's it's a color that, it's very obvious in the camera. There's a screen here, but from actually about not even 50 feet away, you don't even notice it, because this color pretty much matches the reflection in the window and the screen. You don't even notice it. So, and it's just installed with some fender washers and 1/4-inch structural rivets. I might put a couple more around here, like one in here, but not really all that necessary. But that is probably sufficient if you don't want to bother with hurricane shutters. This is cheaper, and it's all the light comes through, And it doesn't look bad, actually, to tell you the truth. It's not chicken wire. I don't know what you would call this. They have different types of mesh that are thicker and tighter, smaller. This is kind of this is pretty much an open one. I don't know what this length is, 1.25 inches this way, and maybe 2 inches that way. And it's a lighter gauge, but it's strong enough because the wind itself, if you got an 80-mile-an-hour wind, the wind itself is not going to push in the window, more than likely. But what could happen is it could pick up something from the ground, and that's what breaks the window. So more than likely, well, still a little rock can get through there. But I don't know. It's better than nothing, But if it picked up, say, something off the ground that was, I don't know, a piece of plywood or something like that, this would more than likely stop it. So yeah, so that's another cheap way of having a hurricane shutter without having a hurricane shutter. So just some different ideas out there. Always doing something.